Hello, this is Trevor, and we are back with another cross-site scripting exploit in PortSwigger's Web Security Academy Labs. This time, it's a reflected XSS into HTML context with most tags and attributes blocked. Let's see, in the search functionality, there's a web application firewall to protect against common XSS vectors. Cross-site scripting attack that bypasses the WAF to calls the print function. All right, well, that sounds simple enough. Let's go ahead and open up the lab. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. That would be much appreciated. All right, so it said it's in the search and that WAF's going to block everything. So if we do our normal image source on error equals console.log1 and close this, what do we get? We get tags not allowed. All right. And what kind of response is this? Let's go here. We get a 400 bad request. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go to PortSwigger's cross-site scripting cheat sheet. So let's do XSS cheat sheet. There we go. We have a bunch of tags, right, that we could possibly use. Let's see. So let's try the A tag, see if we can just use that. A, just on its own. Nope. Can't use the A tag. All right, so we could go through and test all of these one by one, but that is not something I want to do. We could either test it, let's do both, right? We could test it in Python and we could use burp intruder. So let's do both. I'm gonna copy that to clipboard. Let's paste that here. So I want in the XSS, I want to create a file called tags.txt. I'm going to paste all of those. So I just copied all of these from the cheat sheet. Let's write another. Well, let's start our script and we'll make it maybe just a extra function on the script. So HTML context with most tags and attributes blocked. Then HTML context with most tags and attributes blocked. .py. That's a doozy. I think the last one was 2 words, and then we got this novel. Let's grab the template. All right, let's create another function called def test tags. I don't know if it's going to recall anything. So what I want this to do is I want it to send a bunch of tags and check the results. So send tags and check result. If result is 200, consider the tag as usable. Hope that makes sense. So the first thing we need to do is we need to read in tags. So with open tags.text, I want to do it just read as f dot read. Let's just read it all, and we'll name this tag. I don't want to all tags in whatever. All tags equals f dot read. I don't like any of this. But next we want to, I think I can do split lines. So Python, let's try it here. So I'm going to do same thing with open tags.text r as f, all tags equals f dot read, and then all tags dot split. Let me just dir this. Dir. And yeah, so here's split lines. So if I do split lines of, no, I gotta do all tags dot split lines. There we go. We have a list of all the tags. Sweetness. So we're going to do tags equals all tags dot split lines. Now we need to, this is another terrible name, test tag. Again, don't do be better than I am. So we're going to call test tag with a tag. This one's going to be the one that actually sends the request, and this test tags kind of manages. So for tag in tags, I am going to do test tag. Let's name this tag is good. Tag is usable. Tag is usable. So it's kind of like a question. If tag is usable with tag, then I want usable tags equals an empty list. I'm going to append it, usable tags dot append tag. Hope that makes sense. If tag is usable, if it's not usable, we don't do anything. This is going to give us a list of usable tags. All right. Here, we want to format tag. Should we put that in another function? Sure. Def format tag. And this is going to return f like this, tag like that, and then tag like that. Super simple, probably doesn't need to be in a function, but I did it anyway. Now we want formatted tag equals format tag of tag, and then we want to send the request. So here's our URL, and don't we have a search in blog. I don't want to use that though, because then I would have to pass blog to here. I don't want to do that. So we're going to do if args, we need to pass no proxy, or let's just start using the proxy. So we're going to do crest.get. It is a get, right? It is. The URL is going to be, oh my goodness. I got to pass. Might as well just pass the blog then. Blog. And then we need blog tag. Test tags. So anywhere tag is usable needs to have the blog. Now that we have the blog, we can do blog dot, and I'm pretty sure I have a search. Blog search. There we go. Blog dot search, and it just needs a search term. Formatted. We're just going to give it the formatted tag as the search term, and we're going to check the response. So resp equals if resp dot status code equals 200, return true, return false. Easy peasy. So that's going to here, and then let's return here, return usable tags. Cool. Usable tags equals test tags blog. And let's log.info testing available tags. Available tag log.info available tags are usable. We may have an issue here concatenating that list with the string. Let's try it and we'll fix it if we have to. Well, we can fix it now, I guess, fairly easy. We'll just do dot join. Let's comma separate them, comma space separate them. All right, that looks fine for a first go. Let's give it a shot. Control D, yes. And I need the boom, home. We've already got it. As long as it's still live. It's alive. We want Python, HTML, context. Paste that. This should start. Those look good. It's going to take a second. Of course, we could use multiple threads here without an issue. I guess while this is running, let's start setting up. Let's do the same thing in Intruder. All right, so I'm going to send this, any of these. I'll send this to Intruder. Okay, I am going to, boom. Yeah, that looks fine. What we can do, what if we did like boom, this, and then add like that. Sniper, search. We probably need to URL and code it. Let's see, we could load our payloads, which, if you remember, this is in courses, Web Security Academy, XSS, yeah, and then tags. We do need this. Add prefix. So, and then it'll automatically URL code. Sweet. So we can do this. What if we do that? Add subs. So I'm trying to figure out, what if we just did, instead of closing it, because we don't need to close it, right? If it works, it works. Or we could just do like that. If we get a 200, that's fine. So we've got all the tags. We're adding a prefix and a suffix. Let's look at the positions. So here we don't need any of this or this. And it will auto URL encode these characters. Positions, payloads, resource pool is fine. Grep match. We could flag the, let's just send it and see how fast it goes. Look, body, sweet. Custom tag. See how fast this was? Let's see if... Hey, but we got the same response, body and custom tags. Intruder was just a lot faster unless we did implemented threads here. Sweet, so let's do body. Let's plan on doing that one. So let's go to our script. Remember I said we're gonna do body. So what can we do with body? Let's go to here and we're gonna limit to just body. All events. We probably can't do all events, but let's do this. I am on Firefox. I don't want that one. That one looks not good. No. On before print, nah. If the URL changes, body on before unload. Fires when the resource fails to load, body, we may, when the element has focus by on focus, this one we may be able to use on hash change. I don't think we get any of that. We may need to force the hash change, but And we definitely want one that does not require user interaction. If we scroll down here too far, we start getting into that require user interaction. We don't want that. So we can't use the style. So anything with style is out. Because if we tried to put that in, just to make sure, so RS, see, here's the style. We must have gotten a 400 back, otherwise it would have been included. So that's why I say style is out. Onload now send. I don't like that one. Onload. Nah. Div must be out because, again, otherwise it would have said it's good, because it's got to be in here. There it is. When the window is resized, when the history changes, it's got to be one of these, I would bet. And we may need fires when the element is loaded. Or, so from here to like here is what I imagine. Let's try on error. All right, we need to go here. Let's paste that. Instead of alert, let's do console.log search. Attribute is not allowed. Interesting. So even the attributes are blocked. All right, no problem. We've got a bunch of attributes to choose from. Let's do the same thing. The events. Copy events. And again, I'm going to do this in both. So vim events.text. I want to do it in Python so that I have it available in case we need it further along. But then I think it's good to show it how fast it can be in Burp Intruder. So we want kind of the same thing, def test events. We'll need blog. We'll need practically the same stuff here. We're gonna open this time events.text read all, change word events, tags, change word events, events, usable events, for, change word event, in events. So I want to event is usable, and word event usable events. Man, I use tag a lot in those few lines. So if event is usable, there we go. Now we want something like this. Sweet. So we could do, well, crap. We did, oh man, that was dumb of me. All right. We're going to modify test tags is going to allow a type we'll do test type, I guess, and default it's going to be a tag. So if test type is equals tag, we're gonna do this, else we're gonna do with open events.text. It should be elif test type equals event, yeah, with open events as f, and then we want the same thing, all tags, f for tags, split line, usable tags for tag is usable, blog tag, and we need to define the same thing here, test type. I'm doing this all so I don't have to duplicate the code. Tag, because we're going through the same thing and I can just format differently. So if tag is usable, test type, boom, it goes here, formatted tag. So here, if test type equals tag, I'm gonna do this, else I'm gonna do something similar, format tag equals format event. Again, this should be an elif probably, elif test type equals, and this should be double equals event, format event. See how sweet this worked out? Now I just gotta go like this, and I'm gonna change word event. So here I'm gonna do a body tag, and then I'm gonna do event equals, I don't know, should we set it to something? Yeah, we should probably. Let's just leave it to empty, and I'm gonna remove this, put body. Format, oh, we need this to be format event. Boom. Sweet. So we can reuse all of this to usable, change word events equals test tags, blog, and events. Event. Available, change word, events are, change word, events. All right, I hope this works. We did a lot there, and I didn't pay very good attention to what I was doing. Python, HTML context, we can just arrow up. Oh, nuts. This is going to go through all the tags first, and then all the events. That sucks. Okay, but that's all right. While that's going, let's do same thing we did in Python. We'll do here. We want to send one of these to intruder. We know we want the body, right? So let's clear body, %3e, right here, space. We want add. And we'll put like, oh no, we won't. So this will mean that we open the tag, we do the body, let's do %20 here, space, the event will go here, and then we'll close, what's %3? Oh, that's the, yeah. And then %3C is the opening, end body, yeah. That looks fine to me. Let's define our payloads. That's going to be a simple list. We'll load that from events. Okay. Payload processing. You can. We want to add a suffix. Remember, I want to do equals and then leave it blank. But I think that will help us determine which ones are good. I don't need anything here and nothing here. Let's just start this and see how we do. We are still looking for 200. And we got nothing. So did I mess up? Body on after print equals and body. Uh-oh. What do we get in the response? Attribute is not allowed. So, wait. Ah, why didn't that sort? On resize. Thankfully. All right, so we can use the on resize. Interesting. So we need to... I don't know how we're going to get the body to resize. It's a good question. Let's check the cheat sheet. So we know we got body, and we know we have on resize. Do not require user interaction. Files when the window is resized. Well, there we go. Let's copy this when the window is resized. But how do we force the resize? I don't know. Maybe we don't need to. Instead of solving it, console.log 1 search. Do inspect console. Hey, look at that. I wonder if it resized when I did the... It does. Sweet. You can see it happen 12 times. So just changing, inspecting even, fired it. So is this going to... When we do print, will it resize to pop up the print dialog maybe? No, that's not right. Sorry, that was a dumb thought. All right, let's see how our script did. On resize. Sweet. All right, I don't want to run this stuff anymore, so I'm just going to comment it out. We can try blog.search with our search term, which is body on resize equals print. That's what we needed to do to win. I'm gonna change this to single quotes so I can double quote this. It's reflected. So do we need to deliver this? I guess I'm confused on how we are gonna get the win here. We can just do blog.is solved. Let's try it. No. Print. So, didn't we in the past deliver something using an iframe and it was reflected, and that was how we got it to trigger? What was that? Reflected? No. No. Double quotes, no. Events. DOM, XSS, store, DOM. It was like one of these that we had to... This one. Hash change. What if we do this? This one required a hash change, but instead of doing... Let's do this. We're going to do this, this, and we're going to paste that here. So, iframe source, blog base URL. Iframe source, does that matter? It's going to open up the iframe. Oh, it does matter, doesn't it? Because we want the search result page to be the source, and then on load we want to change the size. And I think we can do that with like on load with like body dot width. Anyway, what's the URL result? So if we go to here, proxy this body on resize, this was our attempt. Let's copy URL here, iframe. Let's just paste that on a new line, see what it looks like. We don't need any of this. Okay, we want this yank. Really, what we should do is do this and do payload. Or no, we already have this is payload. Let's do change word exploit. That's perfect. And then this is going to be, so here we need to find payload equals, and we want this thing but not URL encoded here. So body space on resize equals %22. Oh, that's the quotes. Probably want double quotes. Print double quote, and then boom, 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 boom. Body print here. Now we can remove it from here. Onload. This is where we need to change the size. How do we change the size of the body? Let's do body, onload. So we're in a script tag. We're in Java. Onload. Crap. How do you change MDN JavaScript? Change body width. Hey, right there, document. Where is my document body window. Well, we're definitely not using this one. Width sets so we could get the element, the body element. We could change the, how do I change, what if we just change the width of the window? MDN change window width. Window resize event. When the document view window has been resized. So how do we, event, how do we resize? Size logger. I could have just gone down one more. Method dynamically resizes the window. Resize to. That looks like it may do what we want. Resize to width. So, what if we do resize to 30 pixels? So what are the two freaking things? Oh, we need a width and a height. Size to 30, width 100%. I don't know what happened or if anything did. Since we're doing the iframe, can't we onload iframe? Like we did, freaking, where was it? Template. This is the one we're working on. Like here, we did onload this dot source. We could do this dot width. Gosh dang it. Why don't we do that? Onload this dot width. This dot width. I think did plus equals. Let's do 400 pixels. I don't know. That seems reasonable to me. So post exploit response body equals change word to exploit. We want not this, not this. All right. And if you remember this, post exploit is a function or no, a method in our blog, in our site class probably. Get post exploit right here. And this is going to use the built-in go to exploit server to deliver the payload. And response body is where we're posting that or putting our payload. Response body. Okay, let's give this a shot. Exploit posted. We don't check is solved. No, it doesn't look good. Well, this is disappointing. What did we do wrong? Exploit, deliver to victim, get post, iframe source. We have an extra search equals on body resize print. We have some quoting issues, I see, and some /. All right. Well, that's no good. Source equals base URL. We don't need that. Now, what I saw was some freaking double quote issues. If you can see, I can't move the mouse, but, well, what I can do is decode all of this. This is a much longer video than I intended. Decoder, paste that. Decode is base 64. Whoops, decode as URL. So we have a double quote there, and that goes, but then we have another double quote here. And here's the end of the first double quote. Yeah, so that's not going to work. So what if we single quote this, and we need to URL encode this. And if we URL encode this, we don't need to single quote inside. So let's do this. From URL lib.parse import quote. That should be right, if I remember right. Payload equals quote this. Let's run that and then we'll check it. Still not solved. So we still got something. Proxy. Here's our post. Let's just copy. Whoops, decoder. Iframe. Search. This dot width 400 pixels. Close the iframe. This dot width on load equals. Is this right? Default width. I mean, everything else looks pretty good. Onload equals. That's similar to how we solved it in. We don't need site anymore. Close up some of this stuff. We don't need blog. We don't need the templates. We don't need this one. Don't need this one. This one. This dot source plus equals this crap. Onload this dot source. Can we do onload this dot width? And I don't know the answer to that. So iframe width MDN. Let's try. Yeah, width. Oh, maybe it doesn't need pixels. Maybe it just needs. That would be a stupid mistake if that's what's causing the issue. And let's just change it to 3. We know 4 doesn't work. 400 pixels. Let's just change it to 3. No, damn it. What could be the issue? Blog base URL, search, payload, everything here looks fine. This dot width, isn't that right? So, all right, let's say I have, well, I can do here, and I can just do add a test.html page and put an iframe equals iframe source equals this on load equals this dot width equals 300. It's fine. Yeah. Just, I want to see if we open that up. So, where am I? Right here, Firefox test.html. Sorry this one's giving me so much freaking trouble here. Dang it. I don't know if I can do Firefox $PWD. I'm doing some weird stuff here. /test.html. Okay, look at this. Did it get spec'd? Console. Did it get resized? Maybe we need to set the width to begin with. Width equals 400. That's probably it. I bet you that's it. Did you see how it changed size? All right. Dang it. Width equals, let's do it 500 and change it to 300. Come on. Yes, that was it. Son of a gun. Just setting the width. So we didn't. Silly me. Anyway, let's refresh this so we get our banner. And we don't need any of that. Boom, we solved it. All right, quick reflections. So we did a lot of work to test tags and test events. And that's what all of this is for. We also did the same in using intruder here for both the tags and the events. we found through that process, we found that the body tag was available and on resize tag was available. So we use those and the exploit server functionality of the website, which you can see, well, it's gone now. They take it away when you solve it, but to deliver the payload to the victim. And the payload was an iframe that had to have a width defined with the source as the URL plus searching the payload. The payload, we did URL encode that, and then we set the onload event to change the iframe size. Onload event to change the iframe size, which when that happened, that triggered the on resize event of our payload, which then executed our cross-site scripting. Payload. I said payload multiple times, but whatever. We had payloads in payloads in payloads on this one. And then that was it. We checked if it was solved. This was a much longer video than I expected, but I hope you liked it. Hope you learned something. If there's anything I can do better, make sure you let me know. If you liked it, like it. Show your likedness. And remember to subscribe. Thanks so much. Goodbye.